Hi there, I'm Rick DeBruhl.
I'm April Rose.
You know, from Ford GTs to GT500s, the blue oval captivated bidders' attention during the 2025 Barrett-Jackson Fall Auction at Westworld.
Leading the pack were several stunning Ford GTs, custom-built Broncos, and beautifully crafted resto-mod Mustangs.
So let's take a look at the highest-selling Fords presented by Meguiar's at the world's greatest collector car auction.
Coming in at number 10, 2025 Ford Shelby Super Snake.
Number 57 of the 300 units built, powered by an 830 horsepower, Whipple supercharged 5-liter V8 with a 10-speed automatic transmission.
It features Shelby suspension, Borla exhaust, and Brembo brakes, freshly completed by Shelby with only 13 miles.
Yeah, you got to do it for the vlog, of course. Keep bidding, but yeah, we don't have a Shelby factory car yet as far as the GT350 or 500 in this latest generation. This is built in Shelby American in Las Vegas with a Whipple supercharger on the 5.0 and I think around 800 horsepower. And this one's brand new in the wrapper with just 12 miles or so.
Well, we just hit $200,000 on this. Only 300 were made. This is number 57. Congratulations to those folks with that 2025 Ford Shelby Super Snake at $200,000. Number 9 on our list, a 2022 Ford Shelby GT500 KR Heritage Edition.
Now this one's got power from a 900 horsepower supercharged 5.2-liter V8 with a 7-speed Tremec dual-clutch automated manual transmission.
Yeah, it's got Heritage Edition and 60th Anniversary KR badging. It's one of just 225 that were built, and it has only 559 miles on the odometer.
So it's a KR for King of the Road. It's a Heritage Edition, so it's an anniversary build. Had a lot of extras done to it, and it's in Brittany blue with white stripes. That all adds up to at least $180,000.
Yeah, I had a GT500 and tried to send it off to Shelby to get the KR treatment. All full, couldn't get in. It was about $50,000 the package, upgraded supercharger, better wheels, a lot of other custom touches, and yeah, this one being a Heritage and the KR, double whammy here for the price.
60th Anniversary Shelby American build. Whoa!
$210,000 for that 2022 Shelby GT500 KR Heritage Edition with the gentleman up in the skybox.
Number 8, 1967 Mustang Custom Fastback.
This one's powered by a Kenny Bell supercharged 5-liter Coyote V8 and a Tremec 6-speed manual transmission.
It has a Roadster Shop chassis, coilover suspension, and bare brakes.
$220,000, 1820, and 19 bid 20, and now $20,000, and now 220, and now 220, and now 5, and now 225, and now 155, pay it 2, and now 222, now 5, and now $2 tag it now 5, and now 225, and now 225. It would have been a deal. Hammer side, and now 225,000. 3, and now 5, and now 4, 5, and now 405, and now 225, and now packet it back at it 225, 7, and now 7, 7.5. So $225,000. TW.
Moving on to number 7, a 1969 Bronco Custom.
The power from a Ford Performance 5-liter Coyote crate engine and 6-speed automatic transmission.
It's got a Roadster Shop frame, Velocity chassis, Willwood brakes, vintage air, and Dakota digital gauges.
Beautiful baby Bronco here, and you can see nicely upgraded with the Coyote V8 under hood, all painted to match. So the baby Broncos, you want to see the Coyote power or something bigger from Ford as a minimum, and then a nice lift and off-road tires, and then it's the little touches that put it over the edge.
Big wheels and Mickey Thompson off-road tires, fender flares have been added as they have to many. And one touch that I really like, you saw not only the green but the beige on that engine. That is repeated inside in a non-original but very tasteful camel and brown plaid on those reclining bucket seats. A lot of thought went into this build and a lot of bidding. We're over $240,000.
Well, let's see what the underneath of a $250,000 Bronco looks like with the chassis cam. Holy smokes. Yep, the bottom of that Coyote motor, upgraded front solid axle, dual exhaust again, that green underneath as well with the drive shaft and the upgraded axle. So everything there looks like even some protection for the rear fuel tank, which is nice to see on an off-roader.
$257,000 for a 1969 Ford Bronco, 5-liter crate engine, automatic transmission. That is now the #2 sale of the day here at Barrett-Jackson on Super Saturday.
Coming in at number 6, 1972 Bronco Custom.
Show quality build by Legacy Speed and Body, powered by a 5-liter Gen 2 Coyote V8, paired with a 6-speed automatic transmission.
It has 4-link suspension, custom Italian leather interior, digital gauges, and retro sound stereo.
And the hammer falls at a whopping $345,000.
And the buyer is somebody on the telephone. They're not even here to inspect it and watch it go across the block. They heard about it, they looked into it, did their research, decided this was the car they wanted, the SUV they wanted. We're halfway through, but before we get there, make sure you like and subscribe down below because you know you want to see more of these. All right, number 5 on our list, a 1968 Mustang. It's a licensed Eleanor 25th anniversary limited edition.
Yeah, this one was built by licensed Eleanor builder Iconic Concepts. It has the limited edition 25th anniversary Gone in 60 Seconds certification and licensing.
Powered by a 5-liter Coyote engine and backed by a 5-speed manual transmission.
Now, the first Gone in 60 Seconds also used a Mustang as Eleanor, but it was a 74, a whole different body style of this, and they wrecked it up pretty badly, and then it went on tour as a show car. So this was a whole new deal for the movie in 2000, and here we are with an officially licensed Eleanor replica.
Well, let's take a look at what this thing looks like from underneath with our chassis cam. And of course, first thing we're going to see is that Coyote 5-liter engine. There it is, made it up to a TKO 5-speed transmission. Boy, beautiful all the way underneath. I think in the back we've got some adjustable coilovers. There is nothing not to like about this, and it looks brand new underneath.
Yeah, no evidence of jump damage like the car in the film, but it does have the Go Baby Go button for the nitrous with a tank mounted in the back, which was the climactic scene in the film. Hard to believe it's been 25 years.
Yeah, a lot of memorabilia goes with this one. Some embroidered apparel, including a cap. A lot of embroidery inside the car as well. Pepper gray metallic with black stripes, as the car was in the movie. And there is a certificate on the rear window of authenticity signed by Denise Halicki, the late Toby Halicki's widow, who manages the Eleanor licensing.
By the way, have you ever seen the original Gone in 60 Seconds? You know, it's kind of a B movie. Toby Halicki was the star. Most of his family and friends were in the movie. But in the very beginning, it says starring Eleanor. $390,000. That's the price for this 1968 Eleanor officially licensed 25th anniversary edition.
Number 4, 1976 Bronco Custom.
This one has a 5-liter Coyote V8 engine and a 10-speed automatic transmission.
4-link suspension, disc brakes, vintage air, custom leather interior, and retractable steps.
Well, they've had cool pastel Broncos all in a row, all in the salon, and all just a little bit different. When the Bronco was first introduced, you could get it as an open car as this one. You could get it with a single cab roof like a pickup truck or a full roof like an SUV, which was the version that survived for many years. The other two were dropped.
Yeah, this one nicely upgraded with the Coyote V8 engine, that pastel purple. Very unique cut rear quarters with the lift and a white interior. I'd say almost a Barbie spec on this one, but it's a pastel purple instead of pink.
Look at this. Barrett-Jackson is going bonkers for Broncos.
Yeah, we're at $250,000, $260,000, $270,000.
$200,000 now, and $300,000, 10, and 20, and
300, still going.
And 30, and 30, 50, and 350, and 50, now 60, and 360 going away, $360,000 now 75, 85, and 385, and 385, 400 delay, and $400,000, and 4, now 25, and 425, and 425, and I have sold for
$400,000 for a 1976 Ford Bronco, beautifully customized. What a day it has been here on Super Saturday at Barrett-Jackson, Scottsdale. Quality vehicles just never disappoints at the world's greatest collector car auction. Moving into our top three, and number three is a 2021 Ford GT Mark II.
Now, this is a track-only supercar with Multimatic suspension and carbon fiber bodywork.
One of just 45 produced and powered by a 3.5-liter twin-turbo EcoBoost V6 engine that was rated at more than 700 horsepower.
The street versions put out in the neighborhood of 600 horsepower with that EcoBoost V6. This was a car that Ford built just to show what the ultimate capability of this platform and engine would be. So it is a track-focused, non-registerable, track-only car. It does not have a 17-digit VIN. So you're either going to the racetrack or you're going to put a dealer plate on it and take your chances. But whatever you do, you're going to go fast.
So there's so much different about this car. I mean, it's 200 pounds lighter than the original street version. It's got more horsepower. It's got a specially tuned suspension. You know, we joke that the Ford GT is a race car with turn signals. This is just a race car.
And look at that big, huge wing with the swan neck supports. Wow. I am aghast that this is not being bid to twice the level of the street version.
Well, as Craig Jackson pointed out, there are only 45 of these on the planet.
And more horsepower than the factory car, 700 horsepower.
The man in the burgundy shirt is Jim Wicks. He is a Shelby expert, attends all the Shelby conventions, and he represents a number of very prominent and well-heeled Ford collectors, one of whom is my wife's nephew. I don't know who he's on the phone with or bidding on behalf of, but he is a very astute expert when it comes to Fords and Shelbys.
$550,000 for a pure race car, the 2021 Ford GT Mark II, with more than 700 horsepower coming out of that engine.
Well, Rick, you were right. I said this would go to the moon, and you said, but you can't drive it on the road, and you were right.
Number two, 2006 Ford GT.
Powered by a supercharged 5.4-liter dual overhead cam V8 with a 6-speed manual transmission.
The factory options include factory black stripes, Macintosh stereo, and forged wheels.
Well, in the 2006 Ford GT, you don't have a twin-turbo V6. You have a supercharged V8, and that supercharger sits right behind your head, and you get to row your own gears with a 6-speed manual transmission. This one in a rare color for the Ford GT, and just 1,300 original miles on the odometer.
450 and 450,000 now 75 and 460 475 and 475 and 475 pounds an hour. Now 500.
Well, only 31 of these made with the yellow with black calipers. That's out of a total of 2,000 that were built.
Red was by far the most common color choice with these, and even rarer, the rarest of the rare are the striped Elite cars. But yeah, this one obviously looks great, yellow with the factory black stripes.
Well, this is now tied at 550 with that earlier Ford GT Mark II Heritage Edition.
I think it's the nostalgia factor of this car that appeals to a lot of people. Ford intentionally styled this to mimic the original Ford GT, born in 1964 out of the Lola Mark VI Coupe, and then built up into the Mark II that had success at Daytona and Sebring, and then went on to win Le Mans. To drive these as a street car is really easy. It's not a heavy clutch. The steering is power boosted. Probably the only tough part about it is the windshield posts. The A-pillars are wide, and you have no rear quarter vision.
Well, $600,000. Boy, big money for the Skybox. They are thrilled. Congratulations, hugs all around, and thumbs up. Boy, they just can't believe they came away. And that is now the number 2 sale of the auction. All right, it's time for the number 1 Ford sale from the Fall Barrett-Jackson auction in Scottsdale, and it turned out to be a 2006 Ford GT Heritage Edition, number 3.
This one's got her power from a 5.4-liter supercharged V8 with 6-speed manual transmission.
And it's got a certificate of authenticity and history as a Ford Motor Company marketing and media car.
From what I know of Ford Motor Company, which is a bit, I do know that single-digit VIN numbers of significant Fords are reserved for members of the Ford family who still own very much of the company. It is indeed, it's a big corporation, but it is indeed a family business. So for a car with this low a VIN number to escape Ford Motor Company is really, really rare indeed.
Yeah, that low number in Providence aside, this is a very special car in its own right. 0506 Ford GTs are exploding in value, and the Heritage Edition, which has this beautiful paint scheme as a tribute to the Gulf livery, is the top dog in that segment.
We just shot to $300,000.
Oh, we're just getting started.
75 and 475 and 475 and 475 pounds 50 and 475 500 and 500 and 500 and 525 50 and 550 pounds.
Emma on the block is working 2 different bidders. $600,000 still moving.
$675. $675. You want in? $680. $675. You want to do that?
Now the list price on this car was under $200,000.
$675.
You can make your own estimate as to what the value of the car is and claim the rest as a charitable donation. Oh boy.
We will be squeezing the brakes up.
You are buying it straight from Ford.
75.
Which means you will be the first owner of this car. Closing in on 700. $675,000 for that 2006 Ford GT Heritage Edition number 3. Well, thanks for tuning in to our Top 10 Fords presented by Meguiar's from Barrett-Jackson's 2025 Scottsdale Fall Auction.
And make sure you click, like, and subscribe below. Do it now. Come on.